One day, after large group, Joseph and Aaron were hanging out with their friends. And so, Aaron places her Bible down as she goes and talks with her friend, Christine.
Joseph also places his Bible down as he goes to greet David, and they catch up and talk about some things.
They both decide to head out, but it seems they've accidentally grabbed each other's Bible.
And as they head out, they notice something strange. Let's first take a look at Aaron.
All of Aaron's friends seem to be staring at her quite strangely, although she doesn't know why.
It turns out that they see Joseph instead of Aaron, and she goes home wondering what's happening and why her friends are looking at her so strangely.
She goes over and takes a look into the mirror and is very surprised by what she sees.
Aaron can't believe it. What happened to her hair, her face, and why does she have glasses now?
Joseph is also about to find out something strange, but he doesn't know that quite yet.
Joseph needs to use the restroom, and so he's about to enter the stall, but little does he know what he's gonna realize.
Joseph looks in the mirror and is very surprised to find that he is actually Aaron.
Joseph calls Aaron to figure out what's happening and why he looks like her, but when she picks up the phone, they both realize that they have switched bodies and switched identities. So they decide to meet up, and they decide that maybe the amphitheater and ASAP would be the best.
They meet at the amphitheater and start to freak out about how this is actually happening. They're very confused and they don't know what they should go about doing.
So Joseph looks at Aaron and sees himself, and the same goes for Aaron as she sees herself. And they both freak out and they wonder what is happening, and so they decide we have to go figure out answers, and so they both run off.
Joseph, as Aaron, stops by Aaron's house and sees Julie at her apartment. Julie tells Aaron to go to small group, and so Aaron heads out to go and meet her small group.
Joseph as Aaron goes to Aaron's small group, and when he goes in, he's welcomed by all of her girls. He wonders why they're so welcoming, and he soon realizes and learns that Aaron hasn't been to small group in a long time, and so they miss her and they really do care about her, and they're just encouraging her. After small group, Joseph decides to hit up Brandon, who Aaron is pretty close friends with. Joseph soon realizes that Brandon hasn't seen Aaron in a long time, and so that he wants to catch up all the books that he's been reading. And he learns how much Brandon really does care for her as well.
Now let's look at what Aaron's been up to with Joseph's friends. She begins by going to eat dinner with James, who Joseph hasn't been able to catch up with for a while. But she definitely is able to share a great dinner with James.
After dinner, Aaron decides to stick around, and she plays some games with some of Joseph's friends. And she also realizes that they haven't seen him in a long time as well. They're excited to play games with him again.
After Aaron hung out with her friends, she decided to make one last stop to the AFC and was able to see that there were people playing basketball. She realized that Joseph had been neglecting a lot of her friends and was excited to play with them once more.
So Joseph and Aaron got to see what each other's lives are like and what their friends have been up to as well. And they both go back to their respective homes and just think a little bit about this. So Aaron in Joseph's body is really curious and wondering why she's in Joseph's body and why she's in this situation. And she finally realizes it. Aaron finally gets it. It's all about community. By living in Joseph's life, she's been able to interact with Joseph's friends, and she realized that Joseph had not really been interacting with his friends that much, and he'd been neglecting them. And she knew that this was her job to tell Joseph that. At the same time, Joseph in Aaron's body also realized the exact same thing, that it's all about community.
They decide to meet one last time in front of Old Capel. They are finally able to realize together that the answer is always in the Bible.
Aaron told Joseph that after hanging out with his friends, he just realized how great they are and how much they love him, and that he really should just invest a lot of time in maintaining these friendships after college.
Joseph thought the same. He really thought Erin shouldn't take her friends for granted.
This is the verse they found, Hebrews 10:25. Let us not give up meeting together as some are in the habit of doing, but let us encourage one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching. Even though there won't be any GCF, and there may not be Pastor IJ, there will always be community through the body of Christ.